magical souls. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're doing well. Today we are continuing with dream topic, and today we will look into your own dreams, and we will try to see what your own dreams are trying to tell you, what your dreams are trying to maybe warn you about, and we will ask your spirit guides to provide us that information. So if that is something that interests you, please keep watching. And you can choose from three different stones, three different groups today. This is group number 1 with vanadinite. This is group number 2 with pregnite. And this is group number 3 with shungite. So pick your stone, pick your number, pick your group you feel, intuitively drawn to. And yes, without further ado, now let's get started. Okay, group number 1 or group vanadinite. So let's start with your spirit guides, with the guides that want to speak about your dreams, that wants you to know how to interpret your dreams, to realize something about your dreams. Let's see what guides will come through and help you to understand something. Just wanted to pop out. A little bit too much perhaps, but let's take it. At the end here we have 3 of earth. Okay, we have ace of water, we have magician, we have messenger of earth or knight of pentacles here. And let's get one more for group vanadinite. Okay, 2 popped out. We have moon, take note of intuitive messages, and we have elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. Okay, group number 1 or group vanadinite. So the very first thing, very obvious, I would say, thing that we have here is ancestral sort of connection. One of the things how you could relate to this is that we are having your great grandfather coming through to tell about your dreams, to speak about your dreams, maybe to help you to understand why you are dreaming certain things. Another thing, and most prominent, I would say, is we are having here a male figure, someone who knew your grandmother or your grandfather. I would say you are third generation, possibly, from the person that this person knew. I'm sorry if this is a little bit confusing, but I will try to explain how I see it. So this person, this magician, this elder person with a lot of shamanic, a lot of cosmic knowledge, I feel that this male knew your grandmother or your grandfather and somehow provided your grandmother or your grandfather with lots of knowledge about mystical, magical things. It's not just that, this person sort of passed that on. Your grandmother or your grandfather overall was very in tune with that world. Either knew how to work with herbs, had ability to predict future, maybe knew how to work with moon or water energy, knew his way around forest, talking with earthly spirits and gathering knowledge from them. Someone who perhaps in today's world, in today's terms, we could describe as witch, someone who practiced witchcraft, not necessarily, like black magic or something. No. Just sort of nature magic that could heal certain things, magic that could help to know and understand future better, things like that. So this spirit that we are seeing here now met your grandfather or your grandmother, and I'm kind of leaning more towards grandmother, to be honest. and passed the knowledge, or sort of redirected or inspired your grandmother towards the path that would sort of get her more into it, sort of that get her more into, deeper into that magical aspect that was already sort of within her life or was awakening in her life. Now I do sense that when this spirit met your grandmother, it was not a spirit, most likely. It was like an actual man that later passed on and took on the sort of role of magical protector in a way for your lineage. Honestly, I don't know the exact connection and why this connection happened, but it seems very strong. Maybe it goes beyond lifetimes, but we won't go too deep into that because we are here to talk about your dreams, so the reading would be too long. But yes, this is the spirit that I feel that protects you, because it protected your mother, your grandmother before you. And when it comes to the spirit, I feel that it comes through very often when it has to do with magical, mystical aspects of your life. So, if your dreams are caused by magic, or your refusal to trust your intuition, for example, or you not trusting what you predict, what your intuition is telling you, then this person, well, the spirit comes through and tries to guide you through that. Because again, the spirit is sort of like this magical shamanic protector, spirit guide that tries to help you to navigate through all of that, because you yourself, I feel, inherited a lot of those things from your grandmother. Maybe you already know that. Maybe you read tarot, for example, you dream dreams that predict future. Maybe you know how to work with water. Maybe you can speak with water and sort of infuse water with certain qualities, features, that then when someone drinks the water, they can benefit from that. So yeah, I feel that this spirit comes through when you need to sort of direct your attention or understand something when it comes to those more mystical, magical aspects of your life and your intuition. Another spirit guide that I'm seeing here that is coming through, I feel that we are having here goddess coming through, but this energy, this presence, it's not that it's not strong, it's more like very subtle. And this would be like a goddess or energy connected to goddess that connects to moon and water. So if you sort of um, had any sort of familiar feeling or had connection or dream about, or maybe were very interested and at certain point in your life um, in goddess that governs moon and water, or one of them, uh, you could be kind of sure that this connection that is coming through and trying to help you to navigate through your dreams and to understand something about your dreams. So yeah, another sort of also very subtle energy that I'm getting here is earthy energy, earthy spirit. And this could be a forest spirit, like tree spirit, or land spirit that uh, is living near where you live currently, or lived where you lived in your childhood. So that is the spirit that also could be telling us about your dreams. But these are more subtle energies. The strongest, that the one that I feel, is the first one that I talked about, this magician, this elderly ancestor, not necessarily blood ancestor. Again, for some, it could be great grandfather, but mostly this is just a relation to your grandmother, or great grandmother, um, because of the sort of the abilities, the connection through abilities. Okay, so let's see what kind of dreams that you actually have been having. Okay, group number 1. Okay, and maybe one more. We got 2 more. Timberline. Okay. We'll just okay. Okay. Okay, we have Timberline, the island sapling. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And the distant range. So just from these cards, and these cards are for me to give sort of like a scenery about your dreams, especially with this one. I feel that there is this inability to access something, and since we had here a spirit guide that deals with the magic, with the mystical aspects come through, I kind of sense that we have one of the dreams, and one of the problems that come through dreams is you blocking your intuition and you not being able to access your intuition in a potent way, in a way that actually is helpful. Maybe you overworked your intuition. It definitely could be the case. Maybe you are afraid of your intuition, of what you can actually do with your intuition and with your abilities and capabilities. But there is this distance and resistance when it comes to your dreams, that something is far away that you're supposed to reach, but you cannot. It's like this island, right? The island is surrounded by water, and you need to sort of swim through that water to reach that island. But maybe in a dream you are afraid of drowning, or maybe in a dream you don't know how to swim at all, or maybe there are sharks or something in the water. The water sort of breaks your ability to reach something that is important to you. And overall, what is important to you, it seems, in your dream is very far away, and you need to go to get it, to reach it. And it creates this sort of like fearfulness. It creates this sort of like lack of time, feeling like you are running out of time. And you could be waking up from this dream very stressed that you did not accomplish something. And I do feel it has to do with your intuition, you blocking your intuition, and you blocking your abilities and capabilities when it comes to these more spiritual aspects. Also with the Timberlane here, I kind of feel that maybe you also could be having dreams that you are falling, or there is this huge like mountain edge, and something is sharp at the end, and you are afraid to fall from that. With this card, I also feel that there are some dreams where you're trying to start something, or you're trying to grow something, and someone is trying to break that or take away that from you. So these sort of imageries are that I'm getting here in your dreams. Let's get a few more cards. Okay, let's take this one. Storm. You could be having dreams about storms as well. Thunder, raining. It makes sense, like maybe you're trying to reach island or something that is in the water, and the storm is racing the water, there's thunder, and it's not safe to get into water and to, you know, get to that thing. Also, I just saw in my mind fire, so it could be storm, but like firestorm, a wind swirling fire, and there's this chaos in the forest, and we have like part of the forest burned out, and the fire, the storm fire, is reaching other healthy trees, and you are in chaotic, you know, state, because you sort of want to save maybe those trees, but also you want to save yourself, because you could be stuck in that forest where there is this fire hunter. Yeah, I feel that someone is sort of like out to get you in a way in some of your dreams. But I also do think that this someone that is out to get you is in a way you as well, because it's of your own refusal to accept what is going on and how you feel regarding your intuition and regarding your life, and maybe some aspects or decisions about your life that you made or you need to do. Also, the hunter card here could also, the symbol could also represent you hunting this thing that you're supposed to have. Okay, let's take one more. Okay. Okay, we have two more. Okay. And we have the maiden and we have the father. You could also be having dreams about your father, or again, great grandfather or grandfather, or you this spirit could be coming through in your dreams, taking on a familiar face. Sometimes spirits take on that, you know, spirits that we have never met in this lifetimes, spirits that once were a person, but we never met them, we don't know how they look. So sometimes they sort of take on face that is familiar to us, because only this way they can get our attention. So this sort of thing could be happening here as well. And yeah, I do with the maiden card and the father card. There is this aspect of teaching you something. There is this aspect of you growing and blossoming into this more grown-up version of you. And this is not about an actual years for you. I feel it's more about your spiritual age, your abilities, what you can do. And this father, this energy coming through, is here to guide you through that transition and sort of give you a helping hand and understanding word to help you to know that you are doing okay, and everything that is happening the way it's supposed to, and you should not be afraid of this transformation, of this change, I feel. Because especially if you are in a way having this like spiritual awakening, or we can say that, or your intuition is just really increasing, and you know, weird things are happening in your life, weird synchronicities, it can be kind of scary, yes, at first, especially if you haven't dealt with that before. So I feel that the spirit is coming through into your dreams, appearing in your dreams, and trying to navigate you, trying to help you to deal with all of that is happening. Also, someone could be becoming father or mother, and also you are sensing that in your dreams as well. Okay, now let's Let's get one more additional message with this deck. Okay. Let's see what we can see here. We have Two of Pentacles. Okay, and I feel that there is sort of like lack of balance in your dreams. They are in a way also divided between light and dark, and also between this world and the other world. So it's like you one step have one foot in reality. It's still happening in your dream, but like you're doing like real scenarios, maybe some premonitions, and also you have this aspect, this another side of your dreams that is very full of mystical aspects, of magical aspects, of spirits, entities coming through and providing you with messages, and maybe even having some sort of like glimpses of past lives. Not necessarily, I would say, not necessarily your past lives, but maybe past lives of your great grandmother or your grandfather, or of this person who is now acting as your guardian, as your protector when it comes to these things. Okay, let's see. Okay, and let's take one more. Ooh. Okay. At the end we have the Sun. Okay, and we also have Eight of Swords, and we have Justice. So we have way more cards that I intended to take, but we will talk about them all. It seems that we supposed to. So let's focus on these. So with the Devil card, I feel that the spirit guides are coming through to say that maybe you were brought in a very Christian home. Maybe there was this point of view sort of forced on you that you're not supposed to follow your intuition, or something that you do regarding your work, or your practice when it comes to working with crystals, with herbs, with tarot, whatever. It's not really right, it's not really just. You're not supposed to do that because it's sort of like devil's work. Maybe this is what is preventing you from actually following that path and following your intuition. So if this is the case, spirit guides are actually coming through to tell you that there is no judgment here. It's not devil's work, it's actually your own power, your inner power, and you are connecting to your inner power. It's okay for you to trust your intuition. It's okay for you to read cards, or do what it feels right for you, as long as you don't actually hurt any other living soul. So if that is the case, the spirit guides are affirming you that it's your right to follow your intuition and this practice. Another thing that the spirit guides, I feel, are trying to tell you is that you should stop judging yourself or someone else in your life and pretending that it does not hurt you. The place where there is hurt, I feel you placed a lot of judgment there, either on yourself or the other. And the spirit guides are coming through here are telling that it's not okay to do that, because it's not your, or it's not the other person's fault. It's just the way life turned out. And it's time to sort of wake up from that and move on, because it prevents you to it prevents you from reaching this state of mind where you are more peaceful and more happy overall, when there you can focus on warmth and optimism and just sort of positiveness and happiness, that is available. But now you are sort of like in this more like dark place because you are focused on that. Also, if for example, this might be just for one person, but if you sort of was if you were very into practice, spiritual practice, and something happened, and you we walked away a little bit from it because you felt that maybe you are doing something wrong, or some sort of like you attached your intuition or your premonition to some sort of like consequence. Again, I feel that the spirit guides are trying to warn you against that, because it's not your fault. You are not, you're not God. You are not someone who can change many lives in a way that you thought a bad thought, and here people are dying or something. No, it's not that. Of course you can change life, of course you can manifest things for sure, but not in a way that it's like you click your fingers and something bad happens to someone. Because I feel that in a way you attached yourself to that. Maybe you wished you got angry and wished something bad on someone, and something bad actually happened, and now you're kind of afraid of your abilities, of your own thoughts, of karma perhaps. But I definitely feel that spirit guides are trying to warn you against that. Don't cling on to that idea and onto that thought. Of course, if you feel that it's becoming like a pattern, break that pattern, because it will hurt you more in the long term than than anyone else. And also with the Justice card and with Eight of Swords, it feels that spirit guides are asking you to balance your thoughts and balance your inner life. Create this bridge from your heart and your mind, and break from anything that restricts you within yourself, restrictions that you placed on yourself, water that you surrounded, islands within yourself, things that you put on those islands that are surrounded by deep water and the storm around. You placed those restrictions, you placed those chains, right? Again, the chains here, you placed those chains, and only you are the one who can break them. So with these cards, I feel that you have to sort of ground yourself emotionally, mentally, and find path that is right for you, that is just for you, that you will not be ashamed of, and you will not be afraid of. I hope that makes sense. Because like we see with this figure here, she can walk away. There are swords here. She's blindfolded. She has the rope again around her. Yes, but she also has this strength within her. She has ability to walk. She has ability to remove herself from the situation and maybe use one of the swords to cut the ropes and walk away from this situation that mentally tears her apart, that mentally stagnates her. And once she solves that in her daily life, then she can move on. This person, right? You can move on to a bigger picture and balance sort of life overall, because there is a need to focus on how things are going, because things were not going the right way. Give me a second with the justice card here. Yeah, I'm sort of leaning towards the intuition and practice, magical spiritual practice thing again, because it seems that there is no good balance between being grounded and being in tune with your intuition. Like, you see, she's wearing this purple dress, and purple is associated with seventh chakra, right? um Third eye. And she's all like, she's made out of intuition, she's a spiritual being, right? But we have these red ropes. We had red rope on her blindfold on her eyes, and it's like trying to be grounded and refusing to be who you are, refusing to accept that intuition is paralyzing her. Trying to step very firmly and in a very grounded way into and tap into those emotions and feelings just from a very practical and stable way is not good. Of course, even when you trust your intuition, even for example when you do tarot readings or something, you still have to be very grounded. If you don't have that groundedness, you will feel very bad, and you won't be able to actually do this work for a very long time, because you will feel drained. But when you use groundedness as a shield, when you use that practicality as a shield, and you avoid your intuition altogether, it paralyzes you, it stagnates you. So I feel that here you should sort of trust higher plan and understand that all of these things come together. She's wearing red, sort of orangey red robe. She's definitely grounded, but she wears this purple cloak because it sort of surrounds her, it sort of shields her, yes. And it sort of, she first, like the cloak is something that protects you. It's the first thing that you see, right? So it's sort of, she takes on things first with her intuition, then she grounds that intuition and she makes decision, if that makes sense. Also with the orange yellowish tones here, I feel we can connect this to solar plexus chakra, right? And it it sort of reminds us that there is this need of a confidence that, when you don't have confidence, when your solar plexus chakra is not in balance, it can be also hard to trust intuition and to be grounded and create something that you want. So I do feel that all of these aspects, your root chakra, your third eye chakra, your solar plexus chakra, have to be all in balance in order for you to be on your highest path, and your and to sort of be on your highest calling, if we can say that. And yeah, I feel that this what then helps you to sort of move towards a much happier place, more stable, more resilient place in your life. Because now I do sense that there is lots of muddy waters, and having one step forward and one step back in lots of things that you take on. Yeah. Should we take one more card? One. Okay. Okay. You know, with this card, I feel that what it sort of suggests is that you should not be afraid at looking at the sun, uh, being those things that could make you happy and that could change your life. Because if you always choosing the comfortable way, the known way, the way that is paved by others, you might not actually find the path that is truthful to you as a person. And only you sort of spreading your wings and flying into direction that your heart calls you to fly that direction to, only then you can actually reach this sort of like bliss and be truly happy. Because we also have here uh, saying turquoise changing woman, and this changing word, right? Change. There is a need for change, black and white, right? It's like with the moon, with the phases, right? You have been in one phase and now it's time for you to move on onto the other phase, and that does not make you mad, that does not make you worse somehow. It does not make you ungrateful or something. No, it just represents your journey, your awakening, your the road that you need to take on, because it's how it's supposed to be. um yeah, I think that is it, group number one. I hope this was interesting or helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you next time. Bye. Okay, group number two are those who chose Pragnite. So let's see what spirit guides are coming through to guide us through your dreams and to understand your messages in those dreams, what you should be aware of. So okay, we have already have all the cards from this deck. At the end of the deck we have transformation, or in traditional deck system, death card. As for these cards, we have Nine of Earth or Nine of Pentacles, we have King of Water or King of Cups, and we have the World. And we will also take a few cards from this deck. Okay, maybe we'll take this one and one more. Okay. At the back of the deck we have She-Wolf, Unleash the Wild Within. And for the cards that pop out, we have Knight, Be Brave and Honest. And we have Lady, Enjoy Growth and Reap Rewards. We have your spirits, your guides coming through, and the first spirit coming through, it might not seem as obvious looking from the outside, but I'm connecting to these cards. I feel it very strongly. And the first spirit is a nun. She lived probably 2-3 centuries from you, so could be 1800s or something around that time. I see in my mind these hallways, this monastery with these hallways, cold stone, big stone hallways, and she's sort of wandering in them and looking for that peace, looking for that inner understanding. And I would say that she was very in peace within herself. She was very strong within herself. She was very spiritually evolved. She was spiritually awakened. And another thing that I'm sensing with her is that she was part, at the time when she lived, she was a nun. Yes, she entered the monastery. I don't know why exactly, but I do sense that she sort of kept to herself in a way, and didn't really talk about more than she's supposed to, because of the times that she was living in, because that part of her that was spiritual and sort of connected to religion, there was this another part, very contrary, very opposite part to her, that was like a green witch, someone who had very deep understanding and very deep knowledge about how herbs work, how to heal perhaps with some herbs. And she hid this part of herself because it was not acceptable at the time. And she sort of directed her work to be a work through God, if that makes sense. I don't know how exactly she, worked around that, how she did all that she did, but I do sense that she was in monastery. She had very strong beliefs. She followed the rules that she's supposed to follow so she could sort of stay alive and stay safe, but also in the shadows, away from the, you know, bad eye, she did other things. She helped people, mixing stuff, maybe doing even some spell work, not necessarily like actual rituals, but more like chants of some sort that could help people improve like health, or things like that. So this is one spirit that I see coming through. And actually with this card, I also see that this possibly could be a reincarnation of this nun. And if this is a reincarnation of this nun that we just saw, this is a woman that you actually met in your life, or you know about her through stories that you've been told. She sort of was like a part of your life somehow, not necessarily through blood, could be. uh, I can't tell you for sure, mm, if it's through blood or not, but you either sort of knew her, or you knew her through stories. So I do sense that this is actually a reincarnation of that nun. And in this life, more familiar to you, in this sort of century, in this sort of time, in this sort of age, I do sense that she actually ditched those more religious aspects that she was in a way forced before, and in this life she followed more natural, more organic path. Not necessarily that she went on full, being nature witch or something, but she did follow a very bohemian, very free, very in tune with nature sort of lifestyle. And possibly she either didn't have children, in both of course in this one she didn't, because she was none, but it's sort of like her choice throughout the lifetimes not to have children, or not to have them intentionally. So even if in this lifetime, in this the latest lifetime, even if she had children or one child, I think it would be like one child if she had any at all. It was not really intentional, it was like an accident in a way. And I wouldn't say that the connection with the child was very good. It could be good, but she wasn't very motherly, I would say. She was motherly to people that she helped through her work, like through potions, or through healing abilities, whatever that she did, but she wasn't very motherly to the child, if she had a child. So this is who is coming through for you. But I also see, and you know what is interesting? You know what is interesting? The man also seems that it's the same man through reincarnations, and with the card, it seems that there is this repeatance, there is this cycle. Both of these spirits reincarnating time after time, and they are sort of guiding you and trying to be in your life every time. So it's very interesting. I wonder if you actually knew these people uh, in past lifetime, if in those 1800s or something, because this is also with this male figure, with this male spirit now coming through. I also sense reincarnation, and I sense that in the past this male lived also like a few centuries back, and again he possibly could have been a knight, very brave and all of that. And we also have this reincarnation here of king of water, king of cups, who is more emotional and has this role of maybe grandfather even. I don't know. I'm not pinpointing a connection for sure, but I do sense that this lifetime there is more emotion happening. There is more feeling, and here we have this more like a stoic, more like calm and collected sort of energy. So very different, but again like the same soul having different experiences in different lifetimes. So it's very interesting, to be honest. And I do feel that they are coming through to talk about your dreams. It's like we have almost like we're supposed to have four different spirits to come through here, but it's actually two, because the other ones are like reincarnation of each other. Okay, so let's see your uh, imageries of your dreams. What are you dreaming about? Group number 2. Okay, we have sapling. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Okay, these are way too many cards. Let's take them one by one. Okay, we have the high fells. Okay. Oh. Okay. We have radiance. Should we take one more? Let's take one more. Island. Okay. So imageries. What have you been dreaming about, group number 2? I sense that you are dreaming of things that make you feel small, for one thing. These are one of the imageries that come to mind. It's like perhaps you are in the forest and the trees are very tall and you are very small and you cannot find your way. Another thing is you trying to reach something, you trying to get to a certain place. Maybe there is a big city and you're trying to drive your car or run towards a destination, but you're not even sure what that particular destination is, what your target is. Another thing is I feel that you're dreaming of high like mountains, sorry, edges, cliffs that somehow sometimes makes you a little bit anxious, but also it makes you curious, if that makes sense, because there is this there is this inner knowing in your dream that perhaps if you choose to step off that cliff, perhaps you could enter something else, something new. It's like a door to a new dimension. It's like a door to a new direction even. And with the radiance card here, it kind of reminds me of that light in the tunnel, at the end of the tunnel. And I do feel that you are looking for that exit, right? Exit from something that currently is not really the way it's supposed to, but you have to go through something. You have to maybe, as they say, pay your dues to reach that end goal, to reach that light at the end of the tunnel. But we will get more cards because at the moment it's not really clear to me what exactly it is that you are looking for, that you are trying to reach, and how it all ties in with the spirit guides. Because we have this reincarnation after reincarnation, right? Entering new world over and over. I do sense that this could be something cyclical. I hope that's the word. Like you going through cycles. It's like a loop of unresolved karma or unresolved issue that is repeating in your life, not necessarily through lifetimes, but maybe, but it could be that unresolved situation is sort of repeating in your life, and you are trying to leave it in the past, but maybe it makes you feel too small to deal with that, too, it's like the light is too far away, and it's a long drive, it's a long path, and you're not sure how to deal with that. Let's get a few more cards, okay, about the dreams, about the imagery of your dreams. The Judge. The Unseen. Another card fell, the Thread. And let's take one more, because for the first group we also got 4 of these, so let's take one more for you as well. Okay, we have the Gem. At the end of the deck we have the Healer. So there is definitely something to be healed here. And interestingly, because we have like 4 sides here, 4 sides of the story, 4 different directions, possibly like a crossroad in a way, although we have here on the card saying the Judge. Maybe you are judging yourself, and you're dreaming about judging yourself, and you're choosing different paths, different roads, different journeys, making different decisions in your dream, and maybe all of them anyway lead you to the same result, which in waking, in your waking life, walking life, sorry, in your walking life, in reality, could mean that you were trying to make right decision about something, about something that you want to do perhaps in your life, or make a decision, make a choice about situation that you are dealing with. Because we're having reincarnations here, this sort of cycle of reincarnations appearing a few times, it could be to do with the choices of your life, the path that you chose to go on in your life. Possibly you had a one calling and decided to maybe be practical, maybe someone talked you into something, and you chose path, you chose journey that is not really authentic to you. You hit that inner feeling, you hit that inner desire, and walked forward with something practical. Because also I just heard the spirit asking me to compare these two images, and when I looked at them while talking, here you can see this, as I mentioned before, this stoic, serene knight, which is not, bad thing to be serene and calm, right? Fighting for something, or serving a certain purpose. But the thing is that purpose is possibly provided for the knight. The knight is not responsible for his action. He is not choosing his actions. The actions are told for him. The king or the queen or whatever is telling him what to do, telling him where to go. Whereas here, sorry, here we have this king of water. He is emotional. He is like free. He is in his element. He is, authentic. He's communicating with the fish here, and he's happy because he is authentic to himself. He is authentic to his journey. So we have very different energies here, one full of emotion and desire and passion, and one very stoic, very brave, yes, but very, very detached, I would say. So I do sense that what the spirit is wanting to show us is that perhaps you're not choosing your authentic path, you're not choosing the freedom that you long for, but you're choosing something that is more comfortable, and that's something that is more promising in a way that it will be more practical, or maybe something that will be expected of you. Also, because the night in general was, acting according to queen or king, I would say that the choice was called, the choice that you are making or recently made was called by someone in your life, someone who perhaps has a little bit of authority over you, like, I don't know, a partner or a boss, or a parent, I don't know, but someone sort of like told that you're supposed to do this or that when you actually want to go into a different direction. And I do sense in your dreams you are seeing these synchronicities. It's like unseen forces are trying to help you to navigate through your dreams, so you can actually make different decisions in your walking life in reality. They sort of trying to help you to understand and see what is right there, right in front of you, because spiritually it's like hanging by a thread for you. It's like you're trying so hard to walk the path that you think that you're supposed to walk, because again, what we talked about, when in reality what your soul longs to do is, follow that passion, follow that desire, follow that want that perhaps doesn't look as promising, doesn't look as nice, looking at first glance, but is actually true gem, like diamond in the rough, that sort of thing, that talent, or that thing that you seek, that you long for. That is what it is. It's the true diamond. It's the true gem, and you need to get to that island in your dream and in your real life, right, metaphorically speaking, and get to this gem, because that is the thing that you're supposed to have and you're supposed to follow. Okay, let's get one more card from this deck. Two of Cups. It could be that we are seeing here a relationship, or a relationship with yourself, healing relationship with yourself. There is also an offer coming through. I can't say for sure if this offer is coming through in the dream or in real life, but either way, accepting this offer, for example, in dream, if you accept this offer, sort of puzzle pieces will fall into place and help you to navigate through your dream and in an easier way, and then when you wake up you will know some answers. In real life, this offer could actually be helpful and sort of to redirect you, you know, towards that actual thing, towards your, I wouldn't say true destiny, but the destiny and the life that you truly long for. Six of Cups, Eight of Swords, one more, King of Wands. At the end of the deck, we have Five of Pentacles. So the thing is, I do feel that now you are sort of looking from the outside, looking within from the outside, looking at those bright, shimmering windows, seeing all the light that there is and not really knowing how to reach it, and sort of more like choosing not to reach it, walking away from it, when you actually can have it. You just need to sort of reach out with your hand and take it. And I do sense that it has to do with what you have been taught and what is expected of you. So I do feel that these spirits are coming through to talk about your dreams because they want you to understand that if you do not follow what you truly want in this lifetime, what is the true calling, longing for you is, you will repeat these cycles. You will repeat these cycles lifetime after lifetime until you get it right. And even if we're just talking about this particular lifetime, the cycles, they will repeat. You will go round and round again, seeing the possibilities, questioning yourself, wondering what if, and never really being fully satisfied with that thing that you decided onto, but was not really your true calling. And in a way you will judge yourself because you will see synchronicities, you will see those threads hanging from different sides in your life, sort of like whispering, there you're supposed to be, not here, so I think the spirit guides here want you to sort of be aware of that and protect you in a way from that. Red roses and apples, red fruits, could be something that also you dream about or somehow have meaning for you. A red color overall, because we also have red thread here. Also, when it comes to authority, or when it comes to promises made to someone, especially if you made a promise when you were a kid, for example, or someone expects you to do something because, and you try to do it because you don't want to disappoint that person, because you care for that person. You have to remember that if that person truly loves you, who asks you to be on some sort of path, right? Let's just take an example of career, right? A parent or your partner wants you to, let's just say, be a doctor or a lawyer, right? And you want to, I don't know, be a teacher or be a healer. And while yes, we can understand the concerns, like economically speaking, right? But in reality, in the long term, if those paths, being doctor or being lawyer, really clashes with who you are, and it will make you miserable, no, it won't be a success economically or any way, because you won't be happy. And you will have another lifetime again trying to fulfill your path, your calling to be a teacher or a healer. And that person who really wanted, for you to be a doctor or a lawyer, if they truly care for you, they will accept that it's not the right thing for you. They will accept you as a teacher or a healer. So you shouldn't restrict yourself. You shouldn't keep yourself in ropes, in bandages, just because someone expects something from you, and you're supposed to not follow someone else's authority. You're supposed to follow your own authority, despite what someone is promising you or what you promised someone. And I'm not here for breaking promises, no. You should always keep your promises, but when it comes to, you know choosing a life path, maybe, mm, before being afraid to break some promise, maybe just have a talk with that person, if you know what we are talking here about, and the person that we are talking here about. Because, yeah, you should be the main authority in your life, not someone else. Because otherwise you will always look for directions in other people's, you know speeches, and you will always ask where you should go forward, where you should go from there, in that situation, that department, because it's not your path. You will feel detached from it, you will feel discouraged by it, and you will not be able to trust yourself when it comes to it. So I feel that the main thing, like summarizing here, is to just follow your true path, being a good judge of who you are, and not pretending to be someone that you're not, just because you want to fit in. Okay, let's do. Oh, no, too many. One more. Spirit of the warrior. Yes, be the warrior of your own life. Fight for the life that you want. Fight for the life that you deserve. Transform your thinking. Transform how you perceive what is told to you. Be fair, be truthful with others, but especially with yourself. Do not pretend to want life, to want dreams that are not in alignment with your true desires. Okay, group number 2, I hope this was interesting or helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you next time. Bye. Okay, group number 3. So let's start with your reading. And the first thing that we are going to do is to see what spirit guides are coming through and what they have to tell. And yeah, they will be the ones to guide us through your dreams and the messages regarding your dreams. Okay, group number 3. Let's get your cards. Okay, Page of Water. Transformation, 5 of Air. At the back of the deck we have King of Earth or King of Pentacles. Okay, and let's get 2 more from this deck. At the end of the deck, we have Broken Arrow, Embrace the Energy of Peace. And here we have Hermit, Retreat and Recharge. And we have Earth Guardian, Stay Rooted and Grounded. Okay, give me a second to connect with the energies, with the spirit guides. Okay, group number 3. So we have your spirit guides coming through. And the first one that I'm seeing here that wants to connect with you, that wants to talk about the messages in your dreams, is a child. It's very young energy, very naive, very innocent energy, though very light and very spiritual. I do sense that this is not like an inner child or something. No, this is an actual child that has passed away. I'm not saying it's your child, but it is someone I feel that has a relation to you. This could be a few generations back from you, but it has connection to your lineage, to your bloodline. So it even could be, for example, your great grandmother's child that has passed, or your grandmother's. For some, it could be your mother's, and stuff like that. You know where I'm going with this. So, yeah, this is an actual child that has passed, now is in spirit, and now is coming through to provide you a message, to help you through, to navigate through your dreams, and to help you to understand them. I do sense that this is very protective energy, very transformative energy as well. I do also sense that this uh, spirit, this child's spirit, comes to you when you are feeling very down, like you, when you're feeling like giving up. Infuses you with inspiration and motivation sometimes, and it's like sometimes you don't even understand what is going on, but you like feel like this lightness washing over your heart, and this is this child spirit trying to help you the way this spirit can. And it's not just now that the spirit is coming through to talk about your dreams. I do sense that it's quite often that this child is with you, because the spirit senses your need to to feel more loved, to be honest. And who can love more sincerely, more genuinely than a child, right? So I feel that the spirit, that is what this, she's doing, or he is doing, this child, loving you and trying to provide you with that warmth from beyond. I also see a connection, um, with to water with this spirit, with this child. So perhaps you live near water, or someone from your family lived near water where this child lived um, when he or she was alive. Um, Now, another spirit that is coming through, I do sense it's angelic one. And if you don't really believe in angels, you could see this as sort of like angelic energy, earth guardian, as we can see it here on the card, like more like a protector, more like manager of nature. But I do sense it's a little bit more elevated, and it's more like angelic connection. The spirit has angelic connection to an angelic realm. So yeah, this is the one also that is coming through. And I do sense that this is energy, this angelic energy that has been protecting you since your childhood. So also, again, like with this, the first spirit, like with that child spirit, this is the spirit that has been with you for a very long time. It's not just coming to show you a point of view of some sort, but it's always there. It's always coming through when you need guidance, when you need assistance. So yeah, especially with this spirit, I feel that when it comes to the matters of the heart, this is where when the spirit tries to support you, tries to comfort you. Very heart chakra focused, very heart chakra related. So when your heart is in trouble, when your heart is hurting, this is one of the spirits that comes through and tries to help you to heal from whatever that happened. Now with this one, with the Hermit card, honestly, it threw me a little bit off, because I'm not sure uh, who is coming through here. So okay, so actually I'm coming into understanding this spirit a little bit more. It's not very talkative, but I'm understanding that its purpose, its message here, sort of on its own even, is the need for you to understand the importance of meditation, of recharging your batteries, and of keeping yourself in a calm state. Like, for you to be, I don't want to say the word happy, it's not really the right word, but it's like for you to be content and for you to understand your heart fully, you need to place yourself in this meditative state. Okay, so let's get more cards. Let's understand this a little bit more, okay? Ooh. Here we have this one, the the footpath. We have this popping out. Let's take a few more. Okay, and one more. Two popped out. Should we take them both? Let's take them both. Darkness. Okay, so I do understand where especially these two spirits are coming through. They want you to heal your heart and to see more light in yourself and in the world overall, because your dreams consist of a lot of dark themes, not just dark in general, like darkness, like you dreaming of the night, you dreaming doing something at night, and things like that, but they're overall dark themes. You trying to reach that end of the tunnel, that light that is there at the end of the tunnel. You trying to go from one edge to the other, and there is this deep dark sort of nothing where you are afraid to, and not just afraid, it's like impossible to jump from this to here, and there's only darkness. There's no path that you can see, because it's so dark out there. And here it's maybe a little bit too hard to navigate through this cave and to reach this end goal, because you don't know exactly where to step your foot, because you might fall, because you can't see clearly. So there is this theme of navigating in the dark in your dreams. There is this theme of going forward, moving, walking, and not reaching end goal. There is this exhaustion I feel in your dreams, where you're trying to reach something, you're trying to reach end of the path, but the path is not ending. I do also see that you're dreaming of the starry sky, like stars in the sky. The sky is sort of dark blue, or even black almost, and you see these bright stars, maybe even falling stars, colorful, maybe even stars, and you sort of wish for the things to change in your dream. You are making, sorry, wishes in your dreams. And when you have this sort of dream, you sometimes wake up feeling a little bit hopeful. And I do sense that in these particular dreams, when you see this beautiful sky with the stars, or some scenery where it's like dark overall. Dark surrounds most of the scenery, but there's gleaming light, shimmering light somewhere. It's sent by this child spirit. It's like this child spirit wants to bring in magic in your life through dreams. So it's trying to bring in hope through dreams as well. So this is why you are having those sort of dreams. You also could be dreaming of snowy mountains, I feel, and it's hard to sort of go on top because it's slippery, it's icy. So again, you are required to use a lot of energy and a lot of strength that you might feel that you don't have in a dream. Um, let's get a bit more. Let's try to understand more. The vow. Okay, so maybe you were not be able to fulfill some sort of promise, or the promise was not fulfilled for you, and it feels like until that is resolved, you cannot actually be fully, happy. It could be that an actual vow of marriage, vow of love was broken, not necessarily traditional marriage, but a vow of love, and that broke your heart, and this is why this child is coming through, and also why this earth guardian, this angelic energy, is coming through to help to heal your heart chakra as well as your solar plexus chakra, because there is this loss of confidence, I feel. Birds could also be present in your dreams, feathers. You might also even see feathers in your walking life. That could be a message from your spirit guides as well. The eternal child. You could be dreaming of having children, or if you fear that you might not have children and you want children, you might dream that you cannot actually have them, or you might dream that you actually giving birth in your dream, and it's somehow not all that pleasant. Okay. Yeah, you in your dream you sort of looking for this contentment, I feel, and it's hard to reach it, the box. It's like you put in a box, and that box cannot be destroyed. That at the end we have the seed. It's like that box cannot be destroyed, and because it cannot be destroyed, you cannot break free. Something in the box keeps you from moving forward. Yeah, also I kind of kept on shuffling for some reason, and yeah, we have the forest, so definitely there is this dark forest and bright sky in some of your dreams. Yeah, definitely feel that. um could be something also like solving a riddle, solving a mystery in your dreams, also involved sometimes, like a maze that you have to navigate through to reach something. Maybe your child, maybe you are losing that maybe you are dreaming that you're losing your child, that you lost your child, and now there's this like maze. Maybe there's this forest that looks like maze, or this city that looks like maze, and you have to find that child. Maybe you are dreaming that you lost a part of yourself. You're dreaming yourself as a child and you got lost from people that you know, and you don't have anyone to help you. So there is this feeling of being lost, of being put in a place where you don't really belong, and restricted somehow. Also, it's possible that you're dreaming of yourself through different stages of life. Like you dreaming of yourself as a child, then as a teenager, sorry, adult, and then as an old person. This one, okay. Yeah. Your state of mind in the dreams is sort of a little bit like lucid dreaming could be happening here. It's like you a little bit you can control your dreams, or you could if you try to. So if that is something that interests you, you can definitely try doing that, because it feels that you have more awareness in your dreams than an average person. So that is definitely something to consider if you want to get, for example, some answers. And I feel that this is where this also spirit comes through here. It's like he's trying to help you to understand that with a little bit of meditation, with a little bit of practice and calming yourself down, you can actually control your dreams and help those dreams to work, sort of help to make those dreams to work for you, to solve issues that are sort of messing with your life a little bit. We have the devil. At the end of the deck, we have 3 of Cups, and we also have 5 of Swords and 9 of Pentacles. Okay. So, because the chains, I just noticed that the chains are purple, and here we have also the purple sky, and the purple is a connection to third eye chakra, to spirituality, to intuition, right? This color. So I kind of feel that your intuition can be sometimes a little bit blocked and can be a little bit like chained. And for that, again, you need to open your heart more. You are possibly the person who navigates and operates through heart chakra. If your heart chakra is blocked, your intuition will be blocked as well. So, and also you need to be grounded as well. So, sort of for some people, they need to sort of just tap into the third eye, and the intuition is working for them. For you, again, you need to be grounded, and you need to have your heart chakra open, and then your intuition will be stronger than ever. Another thing that I'm seeing here is there might be a few different things here. So one thing that I'm seeing is that it is possible that you actually want to break the vow, and you want to break those chains that sort of ties you to the vow, and you feel that you will be betraying someone, that you will be causing a lot of pain if you do that, and it keeps you sort of like in limbo. A lot of people could be hurt because of that, and because of those people, because those people I feel like it's 2 people, because we have 2 people and 2 swords here, and we have 2 of swords here. So I feel like it's 2 people. Maybe you want to leave a marriage or something, and you don't want your kids, for example, or your partner and your kids to be hurt, but you know that it is the path for you, for example, or you don't want to like divorce or something. You just want some time for yourself to follow your dreams, and you made a vow to yourself that you will try something, or that you will achieve something, and because of the change because of the chains of every day, you cannot follow through with that vow. So you feel that in order to follow through with that vow for yourself, you have to break vow that you gave to, for example, your husband or your wife, or maybe even I don't know, your kids, or your boss or something. But I feel that that is the thing here. The spirit guides are asking you to sort of look at the situation with much more lightness, with much more compassion, with much more love, and with much more innocence, because not everything is as hard and is as dark and black as sometimes you view it. People could be actually very understanding in your family, for example, if you ask them, for some time off, or in your work, or if if actually this is something like a divorce, for example, that you are considering because of whatever reason, maybe giving a little bit of time to yourself, retreating a little bit, doing some soul searching would help you to understand that actually something is still solvable. There is still a solution for that. Another thing is that if you actually want to be single, for example, if you want to be child free, I feel that spirit guides are also telling you that this is okay for you to be, and it's okay for you to do. um Whatever it is, those chains, whatever it is, that those chains represent to you, that you are afraid that it will cause some self-sabotage, that it will cause some self-destruction, that you will betray someone else perhaps, or that you have to, or that you feel that you have to betray someone or something, some value, some vow, some person, in order to come on top. I feel that spirit guides are wanting to, they want you to understand that it's not completely true. Yes, someone might get a little bit hurt, someone's feelings might get a little bit hurt, but that does not necessarily mean that they will be crushed and that you are the bad guy here, because I do feel that this um five of swords is more self-inflicted, that you inflicted that on yourself, that this is more like a fear not to be in this sort of position, not to be in this sort of place. Another thing, this is a little bit more random though. I do feel that we are seeing here, one of the things that we're seeing here is actually a monetary situation that you should not, spirit guides are telling you that you should follow through with that path that you chose regarding your passion when it comes to job or work, or business, because it actually can be very fruitful, financially, materially, but you should not trust other people. If that, this might be just for one person. Follow your heart when it comes to your business or your job. I feel like it's more like a business because we have nine of pentacles here. It's like what you do. Trust your instincts, because other people might try to sabotage you here. And because you will trust them, you will allow your mind to trust them, you will sort of self-sabotage yourself, because deep down you know that it's not the way, you should not trust them. But overall, something that you're doing regarding business, it could be very, not that it could be, it will be very fruitful if you will not involve other people. We have two. Hearing truth and immeasurable power of the heart way. Yeah, you should trust your heart, definitely. we have a lot of um, sort of sort of short of sorry, I cannot speak anymore, sort of this like pointing towards the heart with the earth guardian here, with the innocent childlike energy. uh, we have this heartfelt energy that is sort of like and with these cards it's like hearing the truth from your own heart, hearing what your heart is um, telling you, following that path, even if it's a little bit solitary, because it's supposed to be a little bit solitary here. Yeah, I feel like also with these doves here, there is also a need to make peace with someone or something in your life in order for you to move forward. So again, we are getting back to these chains. Maybe you feel that a person chained you in a way, and it's time for you to move on from that situation, from that person. So definitely there is this the need to talk about it, and yeah, we have doves here. So there is this need to just be truthful, not to, you know, mess around with those persons' maybe feelings as well, but tell how it is, and move on, and allow that person and yourself to actually be free, and find something else or someone else. I feel that this child's energy also just wants, and because we have transformation set on this card and we have butterflies here, I do sense that this child spirit is asking you to transform some of the point of views, also transform the way you view childhood perhaps, and the way you view the need to have children, the way you view family. So definitely there is a few themes here, but one of the strongest I feel it's the heart matters. It's the matters when it comes to relationships, and marriages perhaps, and sort of there is this need, there is this um, suggestion to be truthful and honest and communicate your needs when it comes to them, or if the needs not met, maybe to give yourself time away from that. I'm not saying go and divorce someone, no, 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 but sort of just, if the message is resonating, sort of rethink if the vow, sort of if the vow is fulfilled one way or the other, or for some, of course, the vow maybe is broken, or you broken it, or whatever it is. But yeah, there is this need to reconsider it in a way, to either let go or move along with it, and make it work. um yeah, I think that would be it. Group number 3. I hope this was interesting or helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you next time. Bye.